Peace be upon him, he stammered. Heimdall sniffled. That was so sweet. A tear as white as plant sap slid down his cheek. I hope you crazy kids make a go of it. I really do. I wish. He tilted his head, listening to the distant murmurings of the universe. Nope. I'm not on the guest list for your wedding with Thrym. Darn it. Sam looked at me like, did I just imagine the last few minutes? Lord Heimdall, you mean the wedding I just swore not to go through? Yes, he confirmed. I'm sure it'll be lovely, but that soon-to-be sister-in-law of yours, Thringa, is going on and on. No, Acer. Yes, Vanir. They apparently have some first-rate security in place for screening the guests. They don't want Thor getting in, Alex guessed, and stealing the hammer back. That would make sense. Heimdall kept his eyes on the horizon. The thing is, the underground fortress bar of theirs, I've seen how it works. There's only one way in, and the entrance tunnel keeps shifting around, opening in different place every day. Sometimes it turns up behind a waterfall, or in a Midgard cave, or under the roots of a tree. Even if Thor wanted to plan an assault, he'd have no idea where to start on any given day. I don't see how you could arrange an ambush to steal the hammer, he frowned. Thrym and Thringa are still talking about the guest list. Only family and giants are invited. And who is Randolph? I felt as if somebody had turned the thermostat on in the Bifrost. My face itched like a hand-slapped burn mark was forming on my cheek. Randolph is my uncle, I said. Can you see him? Heimdall shook his head. Not in Jotunheim, but Thrym and Thringa are very annoyed about him being on the list. Thrym is saying, Loki insists. Thringa is throwing bottles now. Heimdall winced. Sorry, I had to look away. Without the camera, everything seems so 3D. Amir watched me with concern. Magnus, you have an uncle who's involved in all this? I didn't want to get into it. The scene from the zombies barrel kept replaying in my mind. Randolph crying as he drove the Skufnung sword into Blitzen's gut. Thankfully, Alex Fierro changed the subject. Hey, Lord Selfie, he said. What about this goat killer? And who do we need to find right now? Yes. Heimdall raised his sword blade over his eyes like a visor, nearly decapitating me in the process. You said a figure in black clothes with a metal helmet and a faceplate like a snarling wolf? That's him, I said. I don't see him, but there is something strange. I know I said no camera, but I'm not sure how to describe this. He raised his phablet and snapped a picture. What do you make of this? The four of us gathered around the screen. It was hard to judge scale since the shot had been taken from an interdimensional space, but at the top of a cliff sat a massive warehouse-looking building. Across the roof stretched glittery neon letters, almost as eye-catching as the Sitco sign, Utgard Lanes. Behind that, even larger and more awe-inspiring, was an inflatable Godzilla, like you might see advertising a sale at a car dealership. In Godzilla's hands was a cardboard sign that read, Sup, Magnus, come visit. Got info for you. Bring your friends. Only way to beat Thrym and good bowling. XOX, Big Boy. I let out a few Norse cuss words. I was tempted to throw the Phablet of Doomsday off the Bifrost Bridge. Big Boy, I said. I should have known. This is bad, Sam muttered. He told you that someday you would need his help. But if he's our only hope, we're doomed. Why? Amir asked. Yeah, Alex demanded. Who is the big boy who communicates through inflatable Godzillas? I know this one, Heimdall said cheerfully. He's the most dangerous, powerful giant sorcerer of all time. His real name is Utgard Loki. End of chapter 32.